Hello, my very dear Aquarius. This is your reading for the week of October 27th, or when it resonates. And this will be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, possibly Venus, or if you just have a lot of Aquarius in your chart. So Aquarius, immediately as I start to sit down with your cards, I'm getting a sense of two halves. And that there is a line that's being drawn between what you're saying and what you're feeling. Now, what does that mean exactly? Let's ask and find out. So what they're saying to me is that, thank you. You have been experiencing something lately that could potentially be okay, fine. So whatever you're experiencing recently, what you are doing recently is something that you have done a lot in your lives as you've been negotiating painful emotion and difficulty with dealing with things around you that are not going exactly the way you'd like. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, so what I'm getting here with this is, please pay attention to what you are genuinely feeling, because sometimes what you have done, we've talked about this before, you are quite brilliant at being able to put your emotions in a box and set them aside. And what you're being asked to do is, no, don't do that. You're being asked really to pay attention to what it is you're feeling, because the thing is, thank you. Aquarians, you have got a very, very deep ability to be extremely intuitive and extremely connected to spirit. You can be one of the most psychically tuned in signs, like big time. But what you've often experienced is pain around knowing things. It's as though you tried to turn a blind eye and just say, everything's fine. Yep, it's all right, and yet in the next breath, you'll be possibly making a list to somebody who will listen, or just in your own mind, of all the things that you need to do to take care of in order to stay safe. And that is one of your patterns. Instead of looking at the emotion behind it, you take it over with your logical brain, and then you say, well, then I will do this, this, and this. Right? I don't need to worry about whether or not I'm going to lose my job. If that happens, what I'm going to do is this, this, and this. Whereas if you would really get into the feeling of what it would be like to lose that job, you might go, oh my God, that's fantastic. It gives me a chance to realign where I want to go. What did I really like about that job? What did I really not like? Why did I stay there that long? You can only get there from neutrality, but don't mistake, this is important, Aquarians, don't mistake shutting down your emotions and putting them aside and not looking at them and not feeling them neutrality. It's not. That is blocking things out. That is burying things. And if you can't really feel what your response is to a situation, how can you learn what it is it's presenting you with? As a liberation, as a freedom. The thing is, something just ran through really, really fast. It's only by really understanding your feelings that you can really embrace the true nature of your heart. Your heart, the heart-brain connection, that whole sense of being able to let your life be guided through emotions that are tuned in at a spiritual level. If we are, and this goes for any sign, if any of us put a wall up to refuse to look at emotions, especially when we know that they're potentially there, especially when we know we go into protection mode or defense mode around something, if we refuse to look in those moments, it's going to come back, because it is a part of us that is calling for freedom. That's what this whole game of life is about, in my opinion, is that we are looking for the kind of self-awareness that brings us back to the truth of who we are essentially as humans. And so you can put it off, can't and won't. That can be that kind of childlike thing. No, I can't look at it. No, I can't. No, I can't. No, you won't. And that's okay. Acknowledge it's a won't, because then it can be a will. But unless you're understanding that you have a real won't in there, or that you have a can't in there, you can't understand where you might need to go from that place. You are being told you have intuition. Start using it, because as you start really using it, going out into the world, looking for synchronicities, asking what the solution, for example, the question would be, how many people are going to be in my inbox today when I look at it? Between 10 and 20, between 40 and whatever. Who's going to be the first person to call me today, I wonder? What's the main headline going to be today? Give me a clue. And you start playing with things like that. But also, where's the best place to park? Can you direct me on where's a good place to park? Start talking. If you don't believe in guides and spirits, talk to your higher conscious mind. But act as though you're going to get the answers, and then keep track. Because you know what, Aquarians? By doing that, you're starting to open your mind beyond whatever the limits are that are holding you in this tendency to shut away from your feelings. As you're starting to open up to intuition more, you're actually developing that higher conscious part of yourself, which is where you really need to be anchored in order to be able to start having the confidence and feeling like you have some resources to be able to look at emotion from that higher place, as opposed to from a place that will take you down and damage you. Because it's really all about self-preservation, right? It's what it's about. We don't maybe want to know what's going on psychically with people that we care about, because maybe we don't want the burden of knowing. Maybe we don't want the fear that comes along with whether or not we're getting it right. But Aquarians, you've got it all. And this is saying, this is how you can deal with your patterns around handling emotion, to expand and to build your confidence and to build your faith in yourself. Because you've really got it all. Okay, Aquarians? Take care.